What's good, everyone? So I've watched Candy Cane Lane. This is a Christmas comedy movie directed by Reginald Hudlin and it stars the legendary Eddie Murphy. I'm a big fan of Eddie Murphy, man. I've watched the majority of his movies. He has so many classics under his belt. My favorite movie of his is Trading Places, man. What a film. Let me know down below in the comments what your favorite Eddie Murphy movie is. But yeah, Trading Places, what a movie. And that so happens to be a comedy film and a Christmas movie. So with that said, does Candy Cane Lane, does it somewhat reignite Eddie Murphy back to comedic excellence? Let's get into my review. So as I've already mentioned, this movie stars Eddie Murphy and we also have Tracee Ellis Ross starring in this movie. And this film follows a man that makes a deal with a mischievous elf who casts a magic spell that brings the 12 days of Christmas to life. Now, as a fan of Eddie Murphy, I've witnessed the heights of brilliance he can achieve. Like I said, he has classics under his belt. But I'll be frank with you guys, recent Murphy films, they've not hit the mark for me, man. Apart from Dolomite Is My Name. I really enjoyed that movie. But titles like Coming to America and You People, yeah, let's not revisit those. But I mentioned this to set the stage to say, I didn't expect this movie to catapult Eddie back to his former comedic cinematic glory. Like, I knew this film wasn't, I knew it wasn't going to be that. But I hope that it would steer him in that direction, you know, point him in the right direction. But after watching this movie, guys, I regret to say this movie does not hit the mark as well. Like, this is a bad film in my opinion. This movie, it's a confusing one to me because this should have been a home run for Eddie Murphy. You know, starring in Trading Places. I know Trading Places isn't a kid's Christmas movie, but you know, the fact remains he has experience in making a funny movie for the Christmas period. And Candy Cane Lane is not even funny. Like, Eddie Murphy's known for being a comedian, making people laugh, and this film is no way near funny to me. It lacked the wit and charm that you would expect to see in this type of film. So much so, I was laughing more at the film rather than with it. The narrative is weak. And now, before anyone comes into my comments saying not every film has to be like a Christopher Nolan narrative, yes, I know that. I know this film was never going to be that, but the fundamental basics in a narrative for this film is not there. It's poor. The first 10 minutes of this movie, I was ready to switch my TV off, but then something happened and I was like, all right, you caught my attention. You might save yourself. Nope. That doesn't happen in this film. It doesn't happen anywhere in this film. It felt like they were developing the storyline as they were shooting this movie. They came to set with a blank white piece of paper and freestyled this movie off the top of their head. And on top of that, there are generic characters that you know what they're gonna do, you know what they're gonna say, you know what the next scene is gonna be, you know how the film is gonna end. Like, I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, like, how was this film made? You got plot lines that lead nowhere, and they're just like, the plot lines with the younger characters in this film add nothing to the film. I was puzzled, like, why would you include that in this film? It just made no sense. And to top it all off, This is a Christmas film. It's supposed to be a Christmas film, but I did not get 1 ounce of Christmas joy from watching this film. After this film's like, what, 2 hours long? After 2 hours, I felt like this movie was the Grinch. It stole my 2 hours. I want my 2 hours back. Oh man, this review hurt, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like giving negative reviews. I understand the effort that goes behind the scenes, people's livelihood, and actors that I like that star in things. Eddie Murphy, I'm a big fan. He's one of my goats. But when something is this bad, a TV show or a film, and you're watching my review, you're watching the Lowery review, I have to keep it 100 with you guys, man. Like, that's all I do in my reviews. I keep it 100. And this is a bad movie. Like, it's bad. So with that said, this film gets a Lowery 1 out of 5 stars for me. And if you do watch the film, come back on the video and let me know what your thoughts are. You might enjoy it, I don't know, but Let me know down below in the comments. And until my next video, peace.